What was that aha moment where you're like, hey, we need to put this together. We need to bring people together?
That's a great question. So last year we got together and we shared a lot of the same ideals. We wanted to be kind of the first premier AI-based or AI-centric automotive conference.
Welcome to the Shift into Profit podcast, where leaders come to evolve, teams come to improve, and dealerships come to grow. Every episode delivers the insights you need to transform your people and maximize your performance. Let's shift your store into a new level of profit.
Hey, what's going on, Automotive Nation? It's Jason Harris here, and thank you for joining me on another episode of Shift into Profit, where I get to talk to anybody and everybody I want to talk to when it comes to shifting into higher profitability. Today, I'm in San Francisco at the Cora event. That's right, the Council of Responsible AI, with the creator, one of the smartest men I know. He didn't pay me to say this, guys. I'm serious. The one and only Derek White. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good to see you, brother.
Dude.
Good to see you, man.
Hey, this is cool. Thank you. By the way, let me just start this whole thing off by saying thank you for doing this, because the conversations that are in there, the people that are in there, dude, the minds, I'm like, there's
incredible.
a wealth of knowledge in there. You're talking about the who's in automotive, AI, not just automotive, even outside of it, talking about really on how we can find higher levels of productivity, more efficiencies, but do it responsibly. And I applaud you. Thank you so much for putting this together, dude. This is amazing.
Thank you for being here. And I'll tell you right now that we've not only learned from the speakers, but they've learned from us. It's been great. And the thing that I love about this event is it's our core membership, our founding members, which includes Cox Automotive, Brain Trust Partners, Horizon, and many other companies. And this is a special event, or inaugural event here in San Francisco and in the Tech Center of America, Silicon Valley, et cetera. And it's just been incredible. And the thing that I love about it is the speakers are so dynamic, with Jeremy Utley, who's an incredible speaker, dynamic speaker, but also with Chaz Wilson. And they have two different approaches or two different deliveries that work together. And
similar theses, but different approaches.
That's exactly right. And they learned as much from our group as we've learned from them.
And that's why stuff like this is required. Like, we have to get together. We have to talk about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, though, what was the aha moment? Because, look, we've known each other for well over a decade now. Is that crazy to say that?
Crazy.
But, dude, you always have the best ideas, and the execution is always so top notch.
Thank you.
What was that aha moment where you're like, hey, we need to put this together. We need to bring people together. We need to have these conversations. What was that for you?
That's a great question. So last year, we had our inaugural Dealer Connect conference, and you were there to witness that. It was a very successful conference. And leading up to that conference, I hired Melissa Green, who everyone knows Melissa. If you've been in automotive, you know Melissa. And she was part of Digital Dealer for years. I think 10 years to be exact. And we got together and we shared a lot of the same ideals and the same goals in automotive. And as we're leading up to Dealer Connect and we're doing the organization and we're calling people and we're saying, hey, Dealer Connect, what is that? And we wanted to be kind of the first or the premier AI-based or AI-centric automotive conference. And that is a conference. It's a bigger event.
It is.
And leading up to that event, we started talking, and my mind started, I started thinking about a lot of dealers, vendors are just put AI at the end of their name. And now they're AI experts.
Yeah, unfortunately,
and dealers, unfortunately, are not, most of them are not, none of us are AI experts. Let's face it, none of us are. But I started thinking about, we need to put together a group, a cohort of people that have skin in the game already in AI, but want to learn more and want to help our dealer partners, if they're outside of automotive, insurance, healthcare, whatever, help any of our clients or our customers navigate, the cliche murky waters of AI, right? That's what everyone says, the murky waters of AI. But help them navigate that, give them some guidance. I don't like the use of the word guardrails or governance per se. What we're trying to do is we're trying to create best practices. We're
Yes.
collaborating, and we're creating guidelines eventually, which will lead to certifications that we can go to dealer groups and certify that dealer group that they are operating responsibly based on our standards that we establish in our cohort here.
Well, and you have to do that because the technology is growing so fast. The implementation across dealerships are happening so fast.
Yep.
They're also happening very siloed.
Yep.
You know,
Very
I
siloed.
was recently in a dealership, part of a very large dealer group, who thought, you know, that as far as AI usage was, it was consistent across the board. I go in there and find out that managers are using 6 different AIs for wildly different purposes with little to no guardrails, and no one at head office actually knew
Right.
that this was going on. Everything from just replying back to customers to doing P&L analysis
Right.
on, and I hate to say it, free versions of chat. Anyways.
Yeah.
You guys know, you've heard podcasts before like that, but
Yeah, yeah. And you're just keeping it real, as we say in automotive. But you know, I was on the stage at Cox's booth doing a podcast with Jade Terraberry, and just since that podcast we did until now, everything's changed. All the
100%.
questions she asked me, the answers might be a little different right now. And when was an ADA? 2 months ago?
yes.
3 months ago, maybe 2.5 months ago. So everything continues to change. They're moving the goalposts constantly.
It's growing so fast. Here's where I think the biggest opportunities. I'd love to get your take on this too, right? For everyone out there watching and listening right now, I think one of the biggest opportunities is identifying productivity and efficiency and understanding what we can achieve versus just what we have achieved. You know, I think back when I owned my dealership, you know, so much conversation was wrapped around what we have been, what we were capable to do, from everything from performance to behaviors to communications to marketing and so forth.
Yes.
Now we can actually start seeing and identifying what is achievable, but that stretch they're so fast.
Yeah.
There's so much there, and we have to do it in a responsible way. One of the speakers was talking about that this morning.
Yeah.
It needs to be a human first approach, but I'd love to
Yes.
get your thoughts on how this is going to play out for dealers.
Yes, exactly. And we have a couple, we have one member that was mentioning that the average IQ of a human is 80, right? And the Claude is something like what, 200?
Something like that. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
So you're at a disadvantage if you're just using it or allowing it to use you. So you
That's a
have
good
to
point.
bring that human element. We have to basically humanize the technology,
That's
if that
correct.
makes sense.
No, it does. It does.
And,
It can't be a proverbial checkbox, right? Like,
Right.
I was just talking to Brett Weiss before we started recording here, and we've known
Brilliant
each other
guy,
for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
We've been on the marketing side and did all kinds of work, and we saw marketing turn into a proverbial checkbox, and we were talking about how, gosh, I really hope we don't see with this same technology,
Right.
like CRMs, it became a preferable checkbox.
Right.
Well, I got a dealership, so therefore I'm just going to go check the box and get my CRM. Websites were the same, and so on and so forth. I
Yep.
really hope
DMS.
but you need councils like this. You need conferences like this. You need to be having these conversations so it doesn't happen that way.
That's exactly right. And that we're a purpose-driven organization. And when I say purpose-driven, we have membership dues, but we pay for everything.
Yeah.
We don't have sponsors per se. We put our members up in hotel rooms in the Ritz-Carlton because we've got a lot of skin in the game ourselves,
Yeah.
but we want our members to also apply themselves to our member body.
Of course.
And we want to continue to grow our membership, but we have a small founding member base.
Yes.
And the founding members are the ones that are in these critical, very, very important meetings where we're trying to navigate ourselves and learn ourselves how to be
Leaders.
better humans with each other, and also how to apply trust or how to create trust in AI. And that's hard to do because a lot of people don't trust AI.
It is, and we were literally just talking about that this morning, the trust factor.
That's right.
Hey, look, I know we're going to talk a lot more about this, but guys, honestly, you guys got to check out the website. It's Cora, CORA.
Group.
Yes, sorry, CoraGroup.com. You guys
No,
got to check this
.ai.
Sorry. We're
That
going
is a-
to put this at the bottom.
That is a
of the
faux
podcast.
pas.
It's a faux pas. You have to have it.
CoraGroup.ai. I've been a .commer for 30 years.
I know. What are you going to do
It's
now?
hard to
now
say
you got to
that
be
now.
an AI.
But yeah, CoraGroup.ai.
Yes.
And we are launching Cora Link which is going to be our kind of interconnected ecosystem what we're putting together. So imagine LinkedIn meets Expedia. A lot of content. All of our members will have access to that and be able to share a lot of content. And we're going to bring a lot of content in from other people outside of our membership.
That's awesome.
Very agnostic approach to it. And so I'm excited to launch that at the end of this month too.
Dude, that's very cool. Hey, for everybody out there watching and listening, what's the best way to connect with you so they can learn more about this?
Yeah, you can connect with me through LinkedIn. We also, Cora Group is our LinkedIn page. And then Derek, DEREK, at coragroup.ai. If you want to email me and learn more about what we're doing and our purpose and our mission here with this organization.
And guys, you do definitely need to take a look. Derek, thanks so much for putting this on. I think it's incredibly important for everybody out there watching and listening.
Yes.
We appreciate you. Look, one of the biggest compliments you can give us as content creators is share the show. If you got a vendor or a manager or a colleague that needs to see some portion of today's conversation, you share the show. You're a hero. Thanks again, man.
Awesome.
This was awesome.
Thank you, brother.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Shift into Profit, the podcast where we break down the people, processes, and technology that turn dealerships into profit machines. If today's conversation helped you, share the show and help another operator win. And we'll see you in the next episode.